We've got our friend Steve from Columbia, Missouri, and we're here for another one. You've been to a lot of these gatherings.
Maybe 18 or so.
Yeah, and one of the nice things about having you here is that you always bring your guitar.
Yeah, I gotta have a little bit of amusement, musical amusement.
And from what I saw last night, this was one of the best instruments and voice singing ever that I remember.
It's a big sing-along around the campfire. It's like an old-time hootenanny.
Yeah.
Only without the old-timers. It's a bunch of new-timers.
Well, you're an old timer.
I'm an old-timer. That's
Yeah.
true, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just in denial.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. Denial's just not a river in Egypt.
Mm-hmm. So what's happening down at the Columbia Catholic Worker House?
Well, our morning guy left, so I think the little baby Jesus has conspired to make me the morning guy, to open the house and get breakfast ready, and we have like 15 overnight guests, but we also, when we open the house, a lot of the campers and people who live in their cars come in for breakfast. And so I'm the morning guy, and lately I've been having to do it 7 days a week. And I didn't want to be the morning guy, but I think the little baby Jesus has conspired to make me much more hospitable than I actually want to be.
You're going to have to put your friendly face up on live for a change, huh?
I know. I have to drag my sorry ass out of bed is what I have to do. Which, when we had the morning guy, he was an early riser, and that was kind of his job, And he was good at it, kept things down to a dull roar, and then, I was always a late night guy answering the phones at night when the police would call and want to bring somebody by or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, but now I'm the morning guy, so it's a lifestyle change for me, but I suppose it builds character.
Yeah, you're still going to bed late, right? So that hasn't changed.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, the solution for that is naps.
I take those too.
Yes. So anyway, at least one.
After I get all
solution.
my chores done, after I get all the bathrooms cleaned and stuff like that, I go take a nap.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about what kind of guests you have, and
well, we have space at our men's house for 15 beds, and we give priority to mentally ill, homeless guys. Although not all. The majority of the guys have some sort of mental illness component. But I've noticed over the years that there seems to be a strata or a demographic of homeless folks that are homeless because of their mental illness, or developmental disabilities, or head injuries or something like that. And a lot of those guys get preyed upon by the alcoholics and the drinkers, because those guys, in their addiction, frequently, not all of them do this, but some of them do, they prey on the weaker ones. And so we got a guy who's autistic, who's been with us about 10 years, who just walks all over town compulsively, and then when the house opens, he comes in, and his shift is over, he stops walking, and he sits on the couch and he eats supper with us, but he doesn't talk to anybody because he has the kind of autism that, he avoids social interaction. So
wow.
And then we have schizophrenics of various sorts, some on meds, some on
Do you get some outside professional support? Because
Yeah, some of them are hooked up to a healthcare company that manages their psych meds and stuff. We have a guy who's a Bosnian Serbian refugee, but he's also a gypsy, Romano or
Roman, yeah.
Roman,
yeah. Roma.
That's
yes.
right. And but he also is mentally ill. And so he was over in a refugee camp during the Bosnian wars. Serbian wars and got caught up in that. But he eventually made it over here. Catholic Relief Services brought him over, and he failed at a couple of living situations and ended up homeless. And so now he's with us, but he's also hooked up with this healthcare agency to get psych meds and stuff. He's doing pretty well.
Wow. Gee, so pretty small staff down there then? I mean, sounds like you're always short of staff.
Well, we had two folks who leave us, so yeah, we got space for a couple more. So I'm looking for recruits,
And
especially someone who likes to get up in the morning.
And yeah, that's a hint, right?
Yeah.
Anybody out there listening? Yeah.
I'd like to share that job half time with them.
Right on. Right on. Yeah. They take 5 days and you take 2. That's good to have,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like a 20-70, 20-80 ratio.
Well,
yeah.
there's an orientation period. That's really intensive. Probably. Or it could be.
Where it's full time, right?
Yeah.
And you recently, or in the last few years, had some major construction addition. How is that all complete?
Pretty much. Pretty much. We got some loose ends on the back porch that needs to be weatherized, but other than that, I think it's pretty much done. Although the house is starting to settle, I've noticed that the western addition that we put onto the old part of the house has sort of settled a little bit, and I've noticed up around there that some of the paint is starting to, or some cracks.
Some cracks.
Along the wall and stuff like that. We're right on a corner, and these big, huge trucks go by all the time and shake the house.
Yeah.
Everything put together sooner or later falls apart.
That's right,
It's
including ourselves.
It's the nature of the cosmos, I suppose.
Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate you doing this again.
Thank you, Mauro.
Thank you.